And we're getting started. Going through the prologue, let's hope we don't see any deaths here. The player is hopping through, because each hop saves about 2 frames. Just a little tutorial level. Let's see if I can fix that audio. Alright, the players have finished up the prologue with no problems. And starting up with Chapter 1. So here we have the dash now, and we're going to be able to see these players start to use that dash and all this various speed tech. We got Roofon doing the wall bounce up there. A lot of wall bounces, dash jumps, hyper dashes, getting through this first level as quickly as possible, surely showing off all the speed tech that this game offers. Ooh, King Captain overshooting a little bit, taking a tumble there. Vallu pulling just a bit ahead. Ooh, not getting his dash back. I think he was trying to bunny hop there. There. He got it on the second try. Faceeter actually in the lead right now. Vallu catching back up, doing those neutral jumps off the wall, and finishing up Chapter 1, just behind all the other players. Really solid Chapter 1 by everyone. Starting right up with Chapter 2, home of the Dream Blocks. Vallu taking that underside route using extended hyper dashes, and then abusing a little bit of a glitch there, teleporting himself into the dream block using the cutscene skip. Faceeter and King Captain really synced up right now. Everyone pretty close to each other still. Vallu just a bit ahead in the battle and chase. All players now in the battle and chase. Really nice strats. Vallu now in the final 2 rooms, dashing through those 2 battle-ins there. And now in the last long room, fast falling through that entire thing. That's pretty tricky. Nicely done. And a perfect final room. That's going to be a really great old site, Chapter 2 for Vallu. Roofon and Faceeter both just entering or finishing up with the last long room. Oh, Roofon. Alright, Roofon's done with it. Faceeter taking a pretty costly death at the very end of that room. That's going to put Roofon pretty far ahead. At least as far ahead as he can be in the first 2 chapters, which is not much. Taking his time here, having some trouble navigating through these battle-ins. Alright, he looks like he's finished. Nicely done. Vallu finishing up Chapter 2. And we have all 3 players now moving through the Awake section. No lethal danger here, just trying to move through this terrain as quickly as possible. It's a nice reprieve in the casual game, but doing it when you're speedrunning, it's a little trickier than it might seem. There's a lot of terrain you can get caught up on that can kill your momentum. Alright, Vallu in the reception area of Chapter 3, the Celestial Resort. KingCaptain, all the other 3 players actually coming up just behind him. Roofon showing off a trick there, dashing up through the transition to get his dash back again, and skipping some platforming to grab that key. I think we'll see all these runners be doing that. Faceeter trailing a little bit behind as we enter Chapter 3 here. Vallu dashing a little too far down there, ended up right in the dust bunnies on the ground. No problem on a second try. KingCaptain taking a slightly slow route through that recircling dust bunny room. Both Roofon and KingCaptain basically the same area right now. Just about to enter the huge mess. Huge mess is where Vallu is right now. Nice movement through that really cluttered area. He's now going to be heading towards the 3 buttons to clean up the mess. Ooh, ultra'd a little bit too early there. Right into the dust bunny. A lot of these deaths are not very costly at all, just taking 2 or 3 seconds. As long as you can get your head back in the game, it's not really much of a problem. Vallu hitting that first button at about 2:05 of game time, which is a really nice time. So White Wubba asked, what are these guys' times? I'll just mention it again. Faceeter has a 40:28, Roofon 38:56, KingCaptain 39:52, and Vallu with a 34:08. So Vallu definitely expected to be in the lead through much of this race. The rest of it will be pretty close to each other, though. Vallu hitting that second button, and about to enter the laundry section. Faceeter just about 1 section behind the other players right now. Vallu having a little spaghetti there, trying to get the dash up through those 2 dust bunnies. He didn't quite get enough height. Okay, he got it. Ooh, nice cycle skip there on Vallu's side. Taking a pretty risky route just from the underside of that dust bunny. Roofon and KingCaptain moving nicely through this last button section. KingCaptain waiting a bit for that last cycle, but it's much safer. Vallu already in the elevator shaft section. It's a pretty long room here. Nicely done. Alright, Roofon and KingCaptain both heading into the elevator shafts now. Faceeter still just about 1 section behind, heading into the 3rd button. Really nice quadruple hyper there by Vallu through those cycles. Grabbing the key, and then he combusts himself to teleport himself with a key back to the beginning of the room. It's one of the 2 unintentional deaths in the ending percent route. Vallu heading through the Ashura fight. Doing very nicely. Going for the cycle skip. Oh, so Maybe not a full one, but at least he didn't die. Roofon and KingCaptain both making it through that quadruple hyper room. I was not watching to see what strat they used. And both just about to enter the Oshiro fight. Vallu now in the final room of Chapter 3. A really long room here. Takes an early death there. Had a little bit too much speed. Again, too much speed heading into that wall. Or he missed the spring, I guess that was it. It's better to die at the start of the room than the end. And Vallu getting through Chapter 3 with a 9:49 on his timer. It was really quite good. To finish Chapter 3 with less than 10 minutes on your timer is really great. Ooh, really close call by Roofon there. Barely grabbing the edge of that wall. KingCaptain also in the final room of Oshiro. Really not far behind Vallu at all. Let's see if he can... Oh, takes an unfortunate death in the middle of that long room. Faceeter joining the rest of the racers in the Oshiro fight. Vallu in the Golden Ridge. We see these new features. Got the wind, the bubbles, and the clouds. There's a lot of small time saves in Ridge. Some of them are pretty risky, so we'll see which ones Vallu goes for. Vallu taking the lower route for that lock switch there. Barely saves any time, and I find it to be surprisingly risky, but he got it the first try. KingCaptain finishing up Chapter 3, Roofon as well. Nicely done. Those racers are really close to each other right now, though they're not actually racing each other. Vallu getting that nice double wall bounce there to get up. He also got the spike jump. We're going to see Vallu also, he's about to do some kind of auto-scroller skip, I assume. We'll see which version he does. Alright, he goes with a full bunny hop version. Unfortunately, he overshoots it. Let's see, he's going to try to save it. Let's see if he can do it. Oh, he got crushed. He just wasted a lot of time in trying to save that, unfortunately. And on a second try, he did the skip perfectly. Faceeter in the final room of Oshiro, trying to join these other racers in the Golden Ridge. Really nicely done in that last room, as far as I saw. Vallu doing those little wave dashes off those tiny posts to clear a lot of the platforming in that room. And then doing a dash up of the cloud to skip some of these moving blocks. A pretty standard strat, but it looks cool. Here we have Vallu up to his second auto-scroller. This one is a lot harder to skip, though I did see a cool method of doing it recently. So maybe we'll see that happen in runs relatively soon. Roofon about to go for his auto-scroller skip. Let's see if he goes for it. Okay, he's not going for it. Doesn't want to risk it. KingCaptain going for the spike jump to get up there. He did get it on his 4th or 5th attempt. Might not have saved any time doing that, but you gotta try it. Vallu getting a nice bonk off that snowball there. Ooh, not getting his dash back on that attempted ultra. But manages to roll with it. Really nice snowball room strat there by Vallu. Really having a really good clip face. We're going to see him finishing up. Ooh, falling back into the bubble, but nice save there. He'll be finishing up Golden Ridge in just a moment. Faceeter getting that nice double wall bounce through the transition to avoid taking that auto-scroller. And now he's Faceeter out to his first big auto-scroller. Let's see if he can skip this, or if he's going to go for it. He's going for something. He's going for the extended hyper strat, using the block momentum. A little bit slower than the bunny hop strat that Vallu went for, but Getting in on his first try definitely saved some time there. Vallu entering the Mirror Temple now. We see the dash blocks, trying to use those. Let's see what strat Vallu goes for his first bubble skip here. Alright, so what he did was he waited a little bit for the block to start moving upward, and then he did a hyper through that hallway. It's a little bit of a slower method than some of the other ones, but it's very dependable. Roofon getting a nice duck from that snowball there that he knew was coming. He'll be finishing up Cliff Face Golden Ridge pretty soon. KingCaptain also getting the nice cycle skip off the wind in that room just before the Cliff Face. Faceeter not too far behind on his second auto-scroller there, probably about halfway through Golden Ridge while the other players are finishing up, so still keeping up pretty nicely. Vallu taking that little secret bubble. Heading towards unraveling. Faceeter now in Cliff Face, just behind KingCaptain. And Roofon joining Vallu and Mirror Temple. Roofon definitely having some lead over Faceeter now. Though a lot can change in the final chapters, so don't rule anything out yet. Let's see what Roofon goes for here. Alright, he jumped to the left and then did a wave dash off the left side of the dash block. Another fairly dependable method. It can be a little tricky to get far enough to the left for it to actually work, but he got it. Vallu now is unraveling. So we got these cutscene skips, and then he's going to start getting chased by the Seekers. We'll probably see some cool Seeker manipulation by him to get them to hit those lock switches for him. Ooh, Roofon trying for a neat little skip there, but he ended up getting barely crushed between the dash block and the wall. But he didn't let it phase him, he just tried again with a slightly slower method and got it. Ooh, wow, really nice ultra into the Seeker. Almost hit him right into the lock switch. Unfortunately, it didn't quite hit the lock switch, so he had to wait for it to actually explode and hit the switch. This last room of unraveling, a pretty tricky one. I think Vallu maybe did not get the initial movement that he wanted, so he's going to have to improvise a little bit. Ooh, unfortunately jumping right into the path of that Seeker. Alright, now he got the movement he wanted. Knocking that Seeker down so that it'll destroy both the dash block and hit the both the red block and hit the lock switch. He had a really close call there with a Seeker, but he managed to get through it. Faceeter joining the rest of the racers in Mirror Temple. Again, just not very far behind, maybe like one checkpoint behind. So we just saw Vallu do something called Search Skip, the biggest single time save in the game. You basically do some speed tech to get through this long tunnel of tentacles without having to find 2 keys in this big labyrinth. We're gonna see all the racers go for that because it's such a huge time save. It's basically mandatory if you want to run this game. So Roofon going through the Secret Gauntlet now. Vallu entering the Theo section. So this pretty tricky technical movement here. You can't dash while you're holding Theo, so you have to do speed tech into him and then grab him on the way to keep the momentum. Moving quickly while you're holding Theo can be pretty tricky. Vallu doing pretty nicely so far. Taking a bonk off that Seeker to throw Theo into the lock switch. There's a lot of mechanics coming together here. Something going on Vallu's stream. Hopefully that resolves itself shortly. Alright. Vallu doing a cool thing now. Oh, he tried to go for a cool thing where he got a lot of momentum off the dash block into the next room, but he didn't quite get the timing right. but still no deaths. Roofon just about to enter search skip here, so we can see it if you pay attention to his screen. It does this reverse dash jump and then an upward dash, grabs the wall at the end, and he's through. So that's basically search skip. It's easier than it looks, and it saves like 1 to 2 minutes, so it's pretty important. Faceeter joining the other racers and unraveling, starting the beginning of the Secret Gauntlet. Not too far behind KingCaptain right now, though as I said, they're not exactly racing. Faceeter getting that nice bonk on the Seeker to actually hit the Seeker directly into the lock switch saves a little bit of time. So Faceseeker there also had the same issue as Vallu, not getting the movement he wanted at the beginning of that strat, so he is going to have to improvise the rest of the screen. He's doing okay so far. Let's see if he can deal with this, and he's through. Very nice. But you're just behind KingCaptain now, basically in the same room, so Faceeter definitely has caught up a bit. Or maybe KingCaptain has fallen behind. Either way. Vallu has started Chapter 6, not going for leg skip. It's a pretty smart move. Ooh, wow. Not grabbing the wall if he wanted to. Barely saved that one. Really close. Nice saving there. Nice feather movement. You can tell that Vallu is using analog movement because this feather movement is so precise. It's a bit easier to control the feathers with analog sticks. And it's actually a little bit faster too, because if the angle is very slight when you're turning, you don't lose any speed in the feather. So it lets you optimize some movements that you'd otherwise have to sort of muddle through a little bit clumsier. All of the other 3 racers besides Vallu are now in the Theo section. Roofon is just about to finish it up. He's in the last room with the Seeker here. Faceeter, KingCaptain, a little further behind, I guess closer to the middle or beginning of the Theo section. So Roofon still with his lead over Faceeter for sure. Probably not as much as he would like. Probably just like a minute or so of lead. So KingCaptain with a really close call there. I think Theo just basically barely managed to shield him from that Seeker that was charging at him. Ooh, not getting the... There he goes. That was a pretty nice improv there to save that. Vallu moving to the hollow section, so he has a choice of which route to take. Most of those choices are pretty well known which ones are faster. He's taken the bottom route here. This is the only one where there's some question as to which route is faster. He did the bumper boost there. I think he did the bumper boost. Yeah. Just skip one of the bumpers. Pretty neat little trick. Vallu having a really great beginning of Chapter 6 so far. Ooh, so he didn't get the optimized feather movement that he wanted, and that messed up his timing a little bit. Oh, and he just barely was too early for the feather to respawn, so he has to take a death on that room. There was a great attempt at saving it, but he couldn't quite do it. Oh, not again. These bumpers are giving Vallu a lot of trouble here. I think he's not used to the death cycle in this room either. The cycles are a little bit off. Alright. Oh, thanks. He made it through. Roofon and KingCaptain, both in the beginning of Chapter 6. Oh! Vallu getting crushed by that Kevin on its way down. Something you don't see very often. Not a very costly death, though. Kind of funny a little bit. Vallu taking these cool little development-headed shortcuts to do this long room, including that third one without taking a checkpoint. Really nicely done. That last one is a little bit risky to take, because you have to move a little bit while you're moving through the small gap. Let's see if Vallu goes for a railgun strat here. It looks like he's setting up for it. You're going to see him try to get some really huge speed through this hallway here. And perfectly done. Right into Battleline's face. Faceeter joining up to Chapter 6 now, as Roofon and KingCaptain move their way through the hollows. Actually, KingCaptain not quite in the hollows yet. It's about to reach it. Vallu now in the throes of the battle and fight. Doing things pretty nicely so far. What we're seeing him doing a lot is there's a small period after you hit battle line where you can't dash. So he's taking advantage at the moment that he can dash. He's usually dashing towards the ground in order to do some speed tech, because most of the really fast speed tech you had to start on the ground to do it. King Captain having a little bit of trouble on this bumper right here. Alright, there we go. I think he might have fallen down there. Ooh, Faceeter just crawling a little bit too low on the side of that Kevin and ended up hitting the spikes. Roofon is about to go for these shortcuts now. He got the first one, he got the second one, and he's going for the third one without a checkpoint, and he got it. Very nice. Roofon just about to hit the battle line fight. Let's see if he goes for that railgun strat here. Looks like he's not going for a full one with the bunny hop, but he's probably going to hyper off the end of it to get the momentum. Yep, there we go. So not the full, like, incredibly high speed that we saw from Vallu, but still a pretty nice speed through the hallway. Vallu now in the final third of the battle and fight, where she starts moving blocks around and the levels get a little bit longer and harder. Second to last room now of the battle and fight. Moving really nicely through it. I haven't really seen any mistakes that he's made, though, you know, it's possible that I missed some. Roofon also now in the battle and fight. And Faceeter in one of the last rooms of Hollows here. Perhaps the last room of Hollows. Getting through those bumpers. Oh, ooh. What's he gonna do? Wow, amazing save by Faceeter there. It's always really impressive when someone manages to save that situation with those bumpers. Vallu finished up his battle and fight. Can't quite see what the time was there, but it looks pretty good. Faceeter just got that last shortcut. I'm not sure if he went for the checkpoint or not, but nice job getting through those 3 shortcuts. So Vallu's starting up the summit. Final chapter of the game. Pretty long. We'll see what he can do. Nice movement through 0 meters so far. Faceeter now in the battle and fight. Roofon just about to enter the last phase of the battle and fight. KingCaptain a little closer to the start. Roofon has not increased his lead by that much over Faceeter yet. It's still just about a minute. Maybe a little bit more. Nice movement from Roofon through those moving blocks. And nice grabbing the cycle there to get the momentum there. Vallu in 500 meters. Nice speed through the transition to skip those springs in the beginning. Let's see how Vallu gets through this last bit. Alright, he's not going for the early elevator skip. Roofon finishing up his battle and fight just now. Nicely done. Ooh, Ooh, wow. Really close call by faceeter there. Getting the wall bounce, just barely missing that laser. Not sure if Vallu goes for Dream Block hypers or not. Let's see. Looks like he is. Yeah, he's getting those hypers. It's a neat little trick. It's just a tiny optimization. It's kind of tricky, but it's not so hard once you get the timing down. Ooh, King Captain managed to skip the cycle from the momentum of that block by doing a wall bounce off the left. That's pretty cool. faceeter in the last phase of the battle and fight right now. So he'll be finishing up Chapter 6 in not too long. Vallu and 1500 meters now. It's a really tough section of the game. He's in one of the longest rooms right now. He's getting through it pretty well. Let's see. Nice cycle skip there. Let's see if he goes to the triple ultras here. Ultra, ultra, and he's all set to do it, and he got the last ultra. Really nice, really cool, fast way to get through that room. Ooh, a little bit of a mistiming there, though. Taking it easy. Alright, King Captain just about to finish up Chapter 6. Really nice 1500 meters from Vallu. A very tough section. He gets through it with flying colors. Just one or two hiccups. Ooh, Roofon accidentally using the dash there when he shouldn't have. No problems. It's a small room. faceeter just finishing up Chapter 6 now. So all players will be in the summit very shortly. Looks like we're going to see all of these runners in a different section of Summit. Nice showcase. Really nice auto-scroller skip by Vallu there. Giving it a lot of speed off the dash block. Ooh, King Captain has to wait for that dash block, that zipper to reset. So I'm doing a couple of rage squats there. faceeter finishing up 0 meters. Roofon just about to finish up 1000 meters. King Captain about to finish up 500 meters. Vallu up to 2500 meters. Definitely pretty far ahead. Nice little skip there. Avoid having to wait for those dash blocks to reset. Gonna see him do some neat double wave dashes off these dash blocks here in this room to get through it really quickly. And now we're gonna see a key skip. 2 neutral wall jumps off that wall to skip having to use bubble underneath. Really nicely done, first try. Great 2500 meters so far by Vallu. Roofon in this long 1500 meter section right now. Taking it a little bit slowly. Safely. You really don't want to die at the very end here. Nicely done. Vallu threading the needle there on a second try. Not going for door skip. Alright, Vallu is not a madman. Roofon missing that last ultra. I'm not sure if he had the pace for it, but he did save that room, get through it. Right, Roofon finishing up 1500 meters. King Captain just starting it. faceeter just a little bit behind in the 1000 meters, the beginning. Vallu now in the final section of Summit with a 31.54 and counting. PB, unfortunately, it's probably just out of reach for Vallu. But maybe I'm speaking too soon. We'll see what happens. KingCaptain making his way fairly slowly, but he got some nice wave dash stuff through that last section of that Ultra room. Not too badly done. Taking a death there in that room, unfortunately. I'm not sure. I think I saw Roofon not go for the auto-scroller skip just there. Or at least not the first part of it. Vallu doing real well in his summit so far. At his 3,000 meters. Faceeter in this long, dangerous room right now. Oh, Vallu up to the 13th flag. Pretty unlucky flag. A lot of tricky spots right at the end. No problems. Faceeter going for the triple ultra. At least he got the first two. Oh, maybe he missed the input for the last one. He's trying it again from the entrance cycle. Okay, so he didn't go for the last ultra. I think he might have realized he didn't quite have the pace for it. Still really fast through that room. Vallu really close to the end of the game now. KingCaptain opting to skip the auto-scroller skip as well. He might go for the second half. No, he's waiting for the block. Vallu now in the final screen of the game. 4 more flags to go. 3 more flags to go. Roofon opting not to go for key skip. He might not have learned it just yet. Key skip doesn't save that much time, unless you can get it on the first try. Faceeter, pretty tough snowball room here. Let's see how he handles it. Vallu, great run through that last screen. Now up to the final flag. He's about to reach the summit. He's like 30 seconds off PB right now, so that's not going to happen, but still really nicely done. GG. Vallu finishing with a 34.39, 31 seconds off PB. Roofon just about to finish up 2,500 meters, enter 3,000 meters. KingCaptain is near the beginning of 2,500 meters. Faceeter working through 2,000 meters. All of these racers really, like, not too far apart. It's nice to see. None of these people are scrubs right here. GG to Vallu for winning his race. Roofon moving through the downdraft section. Both Faceeter and KingCaptain are in... Oh, let's see... Interesting. KingCaptain doing sort of a half door skip, I guess. He really kind of took his time to set up the second door and just got right under it. Faceeter going for key skip. Roofon did not go for it. Let's see if he can save any time doing it. He's failed a couple times now, so... Alright, he got it on his 4th attempt or so. It's unclear if he saved any time with Roofon by doing that. Roofon moving to the 13th flag. Let's see how he does this last part. Nicely done. Oh, faceeter going for door skip. Misses the second door. Let's see if he goes for it again. He's going for it again. Nicely done. Roofon, his last 10 flags here. Faceeter entering 3,000 meters. All these runners are going to finish up very soon now. I'm going to see if we can get Vallu in here for a little interview. We don't have that much time before the next race. But these racers are finishing up fast enough that we might be able to hear from all of them. We'll see. Roofon just about to finish up flag 2. Let's see. I shouldn't say that before he does it. Moving quite nicely here, though. Alright, flag 1. Roofon just about to end to finish up his run here. And let me see. Alright, Roofon barely missing his PB, unfortunately. It just passed for him. His PB is 38.56, so he's finishing up with about 7 seconds off of PB. So, it could be a tough pill to swallow, but he did win his race, and at least, that closeness is showing the consistency there. King Captain, about to enter flag 6, very close to finishing up here. Faceeter about to finish up his downdraft section. Captain, flag 3. Gonna finish up real soon here as well. Not a very lopsided race this time. Maybe a little bit between KingCaptain and Vallu, but most of the racers really managed to keep up. Just in different sections of the summit. GG, King Captain, finishing with a 40.05. That's not going to be a PB for King Captain either, but very close to one. He missed his PB by about, looks like 13 seconds there. So, again, not quite a PB, but showing that consistency, showing that he can get a PB, not too long from now. Faceeter, let's see. This looks like flag 6 he's about to hit, so he's about to finish up as well. And it looks like Faceeter is also not going to be hitting the PB in this run. And he's a little further from it than the other players. It's alright. No PBs in this race. Sorry, everyone. Not every run can be a PB. Faceeter up to flag 1. Just about to finish that run. and finishing up with a 42.08. GG to all the runners. Hey, welcome, Roofon.
Hi.
Hey, man, maybe you increase your mic a bit, if you can.
Huh?
Hey, how do you feel, man?
I feel alright. I was choking really badly. I guess I got nervous because I was pretty close to PBing, and I was like, but I got my first. I PB. The thing is, like, I had a terrible resort, but I had a. Oh, and I'm looping my audio. Cool. That was a terrible resort and like a not very good mirror temple, but then that was a PB on Golden Ridge by like 10 seconds, and
Nice.
same for reflection. So I don't know.
Yeah, you were really close to a PB. A lot of our runners were actually just within. You were within what, like how much was
5
it
seconds.
again? Just a few
In
handful
5
of seconds. Yeah.
My race yesterday was within like 10.
So really showing that consistency there. I think your next PB is coming soon.
I think so. I just need to practice resort again because I keep messing up the last screen, and that's not.
Oh, that last screen is a killer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw you. Oh, maybe no, that wasn't you. Sorry. Yeah, it's hard to watch everyone.
Oh, I did Death Trap for that screen. If that was what you were gonna say.
Okay. I mean, Vallu tried to go for the entrance cycle a couple times, but the entrance cycle strat, but going a little too fast and hitting those dust bunnies instead of the spring.
Yeah, I do that a lot. That was what's happening in practice. I'm like, oh great, it happened in the run too.
Yeah. Well, GG, congrats on your win.
Thank you.
And really close to a PB. I'm sure it'll be coming soon. Yeah. You have a few more races to go, don't you?
Yeah, I do. I have 3 more, one of which I'm going to lose, and the other 2 are up for debate.
All right.
Well, I mean, I should keep a positive mindset, but Provincial has like a 10-minute faster time than me, so.
Yeah, you always have to kind of have the right mental state going up against one of the top seeds. You know you're probably not going to win, but
yeah,
you can always
might as well try hard,
PB and do your best. Yeah. Good luck on those.
Thanks.
We'll be watching with interest. GG to all the runners. I don't quite know what's coming up next. I think something was just moved. I haven't checked the schedule yet. But stay tuned for sure for more speed gaming goodness. Feel free to follow these runners. They did race for your entertainment. Let me go ahead and drop those links in chat. Anything you want to say, Roofon?
No, not really.
Cool.
I hope you all have a nice day. Bye.
All right. Thanks for watching, everyone. And that's it. Signing off.